Hey everybody, welcome to Delta Lodge Outdoors. I hope y'all had a great week. This is Julius Craig. We're sitting here on Sunday, June 2nd, and this will be coming out Tuesday of next week, whatever that is, so 3-day, 4th, 5th, whatever. Not really sure where I'm going to go with this one today. It's been a long few days, have a lot going on, so probably just going to be more of rambling and bitching and complaining, so I don't know. I've recorded a podcast. I've recorded 2 or 3 with different guys that I got to get the information from, so that we can start putting them out on our stuff. They should be coming out. I've recorded one with Oklahoma Outdoors, and I should know the other one, but I don't. I apologize. Like I said, I've had a lot going on in and out of town for work. I had to drive. I took last weekend, Memorial Weekend, and drove down to South Louisiana and back. I went and visited with my parents and grandfather. I hadn't seen my grandfather in 22 months. I took the boys with me, and then picked and hung out with a buddy of mine, Brant, one of the OG guys that was on the podcast was a while back. I've had to pick up some of my stuff, and I brought that I had and brought my dump trailer back with me so I could get to doing some things up here I need to do. And just where we're at, I think, just it's been a lot going on. Like I said, my biggest thing is just dealing with people's bullshit. It's, I don't know where the world has went in the past few years, but it's gotten worse all the time. And it's just a lot to take in. Fed up. People are, nobody listens to comprehend anymore. They listen to give. They don't even listen. It's just for their rebuttal or their opinion. And it's what's wrong with people, like, in general. Like, nobody listens to anybody anymore. It's all about, let me give my opinion, or let me tell you what you need to do, or this is why. Well, 90, that's cool. I get it takes that in the world. But a lot of times, anything you're going to come up with, that other person has already thought of. And it's like, that's why when I talk to people, I ask them, you want to tell me, you're telling me, before we ever start, I'll be like, am I listening to give you an answer, or am I listening just to listen to you as a sounding board? You looking for help, you're just venting, what are you doing? That way I know what you want. But I also, usually when I do something, I try to make it simple. I give you like a couple options, 1, 2, 3, and then, I need this to make this work. And by the end of, if you read the email or text or whatever it's in that I send you, time is over with and you've read everything, you know that, hey, one of these 3 options is the only choices I have, and if I don't do it that way, then it's not going to work. So there's no big surprise. And I don't understand why when you do that with people that they can't comprehend that. And that's in personal and business world, and the more you do, the more you'll see it. And it just fucking baffles me, man. And like I said, this is more of a rant of fucking just, the real cuff of like, yeah, a lot of people know me as Julius Craig through this. My closest friends call me JR. And family, so it's like, I don't think I've ever did a podcast as, like JR. Because most people just can't handle that personality. And I know that sounds just fucking insane, like sitting here trying to say that it's like 2 different people. But, Julius is more of a professional setting. JR is just raw, uncut, and real. And it's like, I know some of these I've been a little bit, but no, it's what you see is what you get. And it's like, I'm just, here it is. Here's what you get. Like I said, I've got a lot going on, work and personal and business and everything. And it's like, we're gonna make some changes here within studio stuff to get a little higher quality podcast, I think. We've been in some talks with some people to go that route, and those seem good. Had some talks on some estimates I've put in, and on some other job opportunities in the personal life, so going great there. And it's just, like I said, though, it's like it goes into with those and some other things. You give people the problem is everybody doesn't read to comprehend or listen to comprehend. It's, oh, well, let me change it and make it be done my way. Maybe we need to get better at listening to people, and just talking it out instead of automatically trying to change everything they do or want to do. You ever thought that maybe they've already put all that thought and effort into that? And it's just where I'm at on stuff. We've got a lot going on with DFO. I'm sitting here looking at my sounding board. I have a lot of stuff that it's fucking June 2nd, and I haven't accomplished anything on my fucking boards. So we're looking at, once again, allowing everybody else to dictate what I do or don't do and get done. And I know I'm not the only one that has that problem, so it's bullshit. We as people need to realize that we've got to make some changes if we want to accomplish that. If we have big goals, aspirations, and dreams in life, we have to make the sacrifices to make those. And I've been bad about not making the sacrifices or putting the work in, and that's got to change. And I know this is not the normal TED talk. This is more of just a rant and not trying to be a poor pitiful me. And it's not what's about it. It's look at your soundboard in life and tell me if you're where you should be. If you're not where you want to be. No, I don't know. Everybody's got different wants and needs. But it's when you look at your soundboard, what have you accomplished? Yeah, I bought a big place. I bought 80 acres and I have my horses and everything. But it's I haven't accomplished a fucking thing I wanted to with them outside of I've got my stud on 5 brood mares. That's it. So I look at that side of my businesses, which is THS. I'm looking at what I should be doing in June there, and the only thing from January to June I've got accomplished is I got my stud horse on my mares. That's it. Out of a list. MJCE, which is doing construction and everything, I've got a bunch of bids out, working there, bidding more stuff. So it's then I get to DFO, I've got 25 things on the list that are simple. Stuff that I've already had been doing and done in the past. I'm not getting them accomplished. Yeah, I get a podcast out a week. I get a daily thing posted on YouTube. Facebook. I've got something coming up on YouTube every week. Yeah, that's little things. Yeah, and some people take that as wins. I don't, because I've accomplished, say, 3 out of 20 things. And it's fucking pathetic. So, my TED Talk is, we need to get our heads out our asses, people. The world's changing constantly. You're going to get left behind. It's not going to get any easier. And you look at the next generation. What are we doing? What are we doing for our next generation? Our children, our grandchildren. What are we leaving them? If we're not getting our heads out our asses and accomplishing our goals, we're not teaching them to do it. If we can't give somebody, say something to somebody and stand behind it, then what are we teaching them? Just to be I'm a kind of paraphrase. I don't remember exactly how it goes, but it's the old saying that hard times create tough men or strong men, and strong/tough men end up creating weak times and weak people. Because the generation before a lot of us, I'm 39, our grandfathers, fathers, it's a different world for them. And it's made it easy for us, and we've made it to the point where we've crippled the next fucking generation. And it's not okay. People need to get their head out their fucking ass. Like I said, I know this has just been a rant. You may like it, you may not. This is not the normal platform I do it on. I just had to get some stuff off my chest where I'm aggravated, and I apologize for it. But at the same time, I don't fucking apologize, because I have failed at a lot of stuff that I need to accomplish to make my business operate, not even in a profitable manner, just being functional, to be able to build to the next level. And I guess this is me putting it out in public to call myself out on my bullshit. And if that's something some of y'all need, then great. If it's not, then sorry. Skip over this one. We'll be back to our normal stuff next week. Should have, like I said, 2 coming out that are recorded with other people. I've got 1 in the works to record with Blackgate cameras. I've got 1 to record with Travis Ham. I've got 1 set up to record with Custom Gear Modifications. I've got a bunch of stuff in the works. I just need to pull the trigger on them, and we're going to, and just going to move forward with stuff. Like I said, we had a lot going on the last few weeks, and it didn't go as planned. So, and that goes to, I couldn't, I can't say I wasn't clear on it. It was no way to misinterpret it, and it was, and it created problems. So it's where we're at. So my focus and dedication will be changed a lot on how I do things and how it's perceived that I do things. And if you don't like it, oh well. I'm not here to please everybody. I'm not here to be everybody's friend. It is what it is. And I'm going to run stuff see fit. I'm running it the way I see fit. And if you don't like how I talk, you don't like how I sound, you don't like that I use foul language, I don't care. It is what it is. Like I said, this is not the normal TED Talk. Sorry, but not. This is Julius Craig, Delta Flage Outdoors. Y'all remember, keep your heads out your asses. Keep treading water. You'll make it. Always introduce people to the outdoors and make the world a better place for the next generation. Julius Craig, Delta Flage Outdoors.